and today we're talking about Lowertown and the whole traffic flow into that area. As you know, the Island Harbor Club is nearing completion, and we are looking at repaving the road down there, but also looking at how the parking is actually regulated or not regulated. So if you look at this particular map, if you look at Main Street being right here, and you're going around the corner here, we're looking at reconfiguring the parking spots because they were running in the wrong direction, and the possibility of putting additional parking spots on the north side. The street is fairly wide, so we're looking at, how do we put parking in here? How do we put some accessible parking spots in here? And equally, how much space can we actually add to the actual sidewalks? Because if you look at the sidewalks down in that lower part there, some of them are fairly uneven. So we're looking at how do you increase the size of the sidewalks, how do you resurface this whole area, and more importantly, put some interlocking bricks on the corner so people basically aren't turning the corner very rapidly. So the traffic flow at this point would be coming down Main Street, across Water Street, and then going further around Island Harbor Club. Down in through this neck of the woods is parking lot C, which, as you know, in July and August is controlled by the Gananoque Boat Line. They have the lease until the year 2026, so we have to kind of accommodate what they're doing down there. The biggest issue is not the traffic flow here, but it's the traffic flow on Market Street. Should the traffic flow go up Market Street, or should it come down Market Street all the way from King Street? So if you look at the next slide, we're looking at Water Street again, here's Market again, and then you're going around the Island Harbor Club, which is right here. So the main part of this whole slide is that on the side on Kate Street here, on both sides there would be 3 lanes. One lane would allow traffic to go all the way around across Market Street and all the way to Main Street. The other 2 lanes, the blue lane, would allow boats and their trailers to kind of queue up in order to go into the ramp, and the gray line would allow the boats to come up and basically pull them out of the water. So the traffic flow would just go all the way around the building and across St. Lawrence to Main Street. The other thing that we had to take into consideration is underneath the Island Harbor Club is parking for the residents, and equally the town has approximately 60 parking spots as well, kind of thing, right? So that's where we're asking people for their input as to whether Market Street should be coming down, whether Market Street should be going up, and equally any other suggestions they may have as far as making the sidewalks a little wider. We really haven't added a lot of parking spots in through there. In front of the Island Harbor Club, this already exists. Down on Water Street, beside Joelstone Park, this already exists. And if you look at the previous one, in front of all the heritage museums, this parking strip already exists, but it's angled the other way. The only thing we're adding is a few parking spots on the north. So we'd appreciate your input. Obviously, it's something that we have to address early in order to be able to factor this in for the fall, because once we get into the summer season, we've got too many cars down there, too many tourists, etc., and we need to look at ensuring that we can pave the road again, and then draw in all the lines necessary to allow for proper parking down into that whole area. Any comments would be appreciated. Thank you very much.